back to my channel. My name is Aisha and today I have a Hygiene Empties to share with you. So I've saved them up from around the second week of April to the second week of May. I was away in the first week of April, so I lost that week, so I thought I'd delay this a little bit longer into the month of May to see what I could use up in the month, and I'm pretty happy with myself. I think I usually do use maybe a couple more shower products and things, but there is quite a few things that I've got nearly empty, so they'll be in the next one. So I'm just gonna dive right in. Just for context, it's just me and my boyfriend who live together, so we don't go through crazy amounts of things. This also includes home fragrance as well, which I don't go through too quickly. I do use the Scentsy mini warmers and candles, but I'm not home a lot of the time, so the time I do melt and burn candles isn't huge. So there's a couple in here, but it does take me a little while to get through them. So I think we'll just start off with what's on the top, and that is the Body Shop Kindness and Pears shower gel. I also have the scrub and the body butter. So I like to go through sets at a time, just so I'm like backing up the smell and I've got like different things going on. And I wanted to get through this because this was from last Christmas, so I didn't want it like hanging around. Love the shower gel. I've got a couple more to use up. The scrub was a really nice scrub. It was like a sugar scrub, but it had it wasn't like rough sugar. It was enough to give you a scrub but not to feel sore. It was still like quite gentle on my hands when I was like using it, so I really enjoyed that one. And then the butter, I love the Body Shop body butters. Sometimes I do find them a bit too thick, and sometimes I do feel like it's hard to like massage in, but you just got to warm it up in your hands. And this was a really nice texture. It did glide straight in and leave me feeling quite soft and definitely moisturised. So that was my set for April that I used. Alongside that, I was also using the Wild Argan oil lotion. These used to come in pump bottles, which are really handy. I really like this formula of the whip lotion, just a little bit thinner than the butters, and like it goes in really nice and easily. The argan scent's not too strong. It's like a sweet, nutty kind of smell, so I do enjoy it, just to go along with those like fruity scents because it's not too strong. And I just use this when I wanted like a bit of a lighter moisturize, maybe like in the morning. I know it's a bit less, so I just wanted to use it up because I know it was getting a bit old. Speaking of old products, we'll cover this one. This is the mango version. This I think was from about 2015, 2016, so it's been sat around for a little while. Didn't even finish it because it was starting to just smell like wax. Like you can just smell the lotion and no mango, so I just knew it was getting a bit old, but I finished it up as much as I could. So that's the mango version, and I think I used this like very early April before I moved on to the pear. And then my boyfriend was using the Lynx Ice Chill shower gel. Quite like this one. It left the bathroom smelling nice and fresh because it has mint and lemon, so it was like nice and fresh. And then I always go through like body sprays quite quickly because I use them as room sprays. Anything in my collection that's looking a little bit old, or I'm struggling to get through, or I've gone off the scent, I'll just use as a room spray around the house. We do have mostly carpet, so it's nice to put around the carpet and it kind of like lingers in the room a little bit. And like carpets, curtains, as well as my bed, and just in between washers. So the first one that I used as a room spray was this pink grapefruit from the Body Shop. Like some of these products will have lines on. Just throughout April, I was just doing my own little project to use it up, just seeing how long it took me to use up items. So the first mark on this looks like the 9th of April, and then, sorry, the 9th of March this was, and then it was finished by like the 26th of April, so like just over a month, like 5-6 weeks. So I mean, I just completely gone off the smell when I was using it. It is kind of an old one, like old packaging. It was just going like really bitter pink grapefruit. It wasn't as much of like a perfume anymore. It was just really bitter pink grapefruit. So it was okay to freshen up the room for spring, but yeah, I'd gone off it as a body spray completely. But I did use that one up. And then I also used up the Satsuma as a body spray. I do quite like the Satsuma as a body spray. And then I just started using it as room spray just to finish it off. That one. And then this was actually from my sister. This is the rose that she finished up. I don't like the rose. I don't like floral scents, but she loves it. She goes through one like at least every couple of months. So she gave me this to recycle. So this is the Eau de Toilette. So this isn't a mist. This is an actual perfume. So it's a lot stronger. So she does use that one on as a perfume. And then the body mist I used up this past month is the very, very old, I don't know if anyone else will remember this, Victoria's Secret Charm. And this has notes of honeysuckle and jasmine. This is old, like it's so old, I couldn't even guess. Probably like, I think I had it in high school, so maybe like 6 or 7 years old. It's just a really floral perfume smell, but a bit sweet. So I did enjoy this one. This one I started back in January and then I finished it in the very beginning of April. So it did take me a while to get through. I had this much left and then I finished it off. But I was just getting through it. It's a really, really strong smell, like when you first put it on. So it only needs like a couple of sprays, so it did take me a while. But it was nice while I had it. I wouldn't like get it again and I wouldn't get such a floral scent again. But it was fine just to use up. And then I was also really proud that I finished off a lip balms. Anyone else really struggled to get through lip balms? Like they just stick around forever. This was like one of those twisty ones and I like literally scraped it out because I was like, I'm finishing this. I really prefer the Vaseline ones compared to the pots because I don't like the texture. I don't like the feeling of like dipping your finger in and putting it on your lips. I prefer this application. So do have a couple more to use up. And then home fragrance. So I only went through one candle. Candles definitely take me longer to go through because it's watching them, keeping an eye on them, being in the same room. It just gets frustrating and I just end up kind of giving up. I'll always have one going in the bathroom because I feel kind of safe just having a little one in there. But if it's one like in the living room or the bedrooms, I'll only have it on when I'm in there. So this one was going in the living room and as you can see, it went really black, really sooty. So this candle was a bit of a pain and it also didn't burn anywhere near the bottom, to be honest. The wick is completely burnt out, but there's still quite a bit of wax. I would usually freeze it and then pick the wax out and burn the wax, but I'm over this scent completely. It is the Sugared Blossoms from Yankee Candle. It's a very sweet sugary scent but also floral. I liked it when it was going, but I definitely wouldn't burn the wax. I just know it would be too strong, so I'm just gonna probably chip the wax out and just recycle it. Yeah, I wouldn't get it again. I do love the Yankees. I did give a good throw in my living room, but it was just too floral and sweet. Just not my type of scent. Kind of reminded me of like cotton candy, but then roses. I don't know. I wouldn't get it again, but I do love the Yankee brand. And then wax wise, so like I said, I do use the Scentsy warmers, so I use Scentsy wax in those. And then any burners I have around the house, I use just any of the branded wax, cheaper wax. So I went through a Sensationals. This is the Asda Walmart brand, and this is Festival Vibes. This was a limited edition one last summer. Sunset Berry Bliss. I thought this was going to be like fruity, but then when you see on the inside it's floral. I didn't see that when I bought it. I just thought it was going to be a nice berry scent, but it's berries and flowers. It's a very floral scent. It has got that fruitiness to it, but yeah, I mean, it went quite nice doing these together. I had this in a burner and then this in the living room because I don't have well, I've just got a wax warmer for the living room. I didn't want to have one at the time, so I was burning wax and I was burning this. Yeah, I wouldn't get it again. It was too floral. But yeah. And then the other ones are Scentsy. It does take me a while to go through Scentsy because I only really use 1 cube at a time in each of my mini warmers. And I tend to use different scents and there's 8 cubes in each. So I honestly need to change my wax out like maybe once a week. So it takes me at least 8 weeks to go through 1 bar. But I got through a couple. So this was like way back, more towards the very end of March, beginning of April. This is the Jack's Obsession bar. This is like apple and like spices, I think. But it's like a very green apple. I loved this one for like the very end of, or like the very end of like winter, when it gets like springy. To me that still feels like autumn. It's like a second autumn. I really like it. And I like using these kind of scents. Like after Christmas, you don't want Christmassy scents, you just kind of want something like warm and like still fruity, which is this one to a T. So I love Jack's Obsession. I've probably got about another 5 bars, honestly. Yeah, I really love this one. Really nice green apple. And actually looking, I used all apple scents. Apple is my favourite. And then in the kitchen, I religiously use apple parsley, which was from the Lights of Garden collection, I think last year. I religiously use apple scents in the kitchen. So this one, Johnny Appleseed. Basically, I just alternate between them two in the kitchen. I go through phases where I'm like, yeah, this is really strong. And then I go through phases of being like completely nose blind to it. In the phase where I'm completely nose blind, so I definitely need to swap to Johnny Appleseed in the kitchen. But I did manage to get through a full bar the last 2 months or so. And then the last one is Apple Blossom Breeze, again by Scentsy. This was the scent of the month, I think, last year, but I got a couple of bars from the sale. I love this one because it's like a perfumey apple with that like breeze, and it sounds like, what does breeze smell like? But it's just like that fresh like wind smell, like when like the windows are open, it's like nice and fresh and the air is fresh and flowing with that perfumey apple smell. So I do love this one. I've got a couple more of these that I'm using. So that is everything I used up, I'd say, from around the 2nd week of April up until the 2nd week of May, and then some, I'd say some of the wax was from March as well that I've just been keeping hold of, that I just finished off. I don't go through products quickly, like I said, but I'm really trying to work through some of my wax collection, definitely my body mist and fragrance mist collection, and also some of my shower gels. So I'm hoping that my empties do pick up, and I'm really just happy to kind of show them and keep track of what I'm using. Some of these products were like lined to see how long it took me. I don't know if I'll keep doing that, just because now I know like what I'm getting through it in a month. But yeah, that's everything that I used up. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.